Hi, I am Ramsey Denison, and we're in Beverly Hills, California, right outside the movie theater where my documentary, What Happened in Vegas, is screening right now, as a matter of fact. There's a show going on right now. Before this, we're in New York City theaters, where the movie was very well received and got great reviews from publications like Village Voice. And then we got even better reviews out here by the LA Times, LA Weekly, Hollywood Reporter, and some others as well. So far, we've had a very successful theatrical run with What Happened in Vegas. And I've gotten the question from a lot of people from Vegas, why are you showing this film in LA and New York when it's about Vegas, was shot in Vegas? Why isn't it screening here in Las Vegas? The truth is, I've tried very, very hard to get the movie into Las Vegas theaters. And early on in the process, it looked like we're gonna be able to do that. You know, our movie, after it won Best Documentary at the Las Vegas Black Film Festival, we were in touch with Eclipse Theaters. And this woman named Ruth Jensen, who does some of their booking, was very interested in What Happened in Vegas. She's very excited about the film. And she was interested in bringing it to Eclipse Theaters for a 3-week run. And we even discussed box office splits with her. She discussed the movie with her team, and things were going really well. And it looked like it was gonna happen. And then Ruth emailed me and said, you know, LVMPD officers stopped by the theater today. That email was the last correspondence I ever had with Ruth Jensen or anybody from the Eclipse Theaters. After LVMPD officers pay them a visit, all of a sudden we can't get anybody from the Eclipse Theaters on the phone, and they want nothing to do with us. So then after that, we were scheduled to screen the movie at another Vegas film festival, Freedom Fest, at the Paris Resort and Casino in July. And before that happened, we had another Vegas theater owner reach out to us. He was interested in the movie, he'd heard about it, he'd read about it, and he wanted to see it. And I said, well, your best chance of seeing it is going to be at Freedom Fest in mid-July. So just come to our Freedom Fest screening, and if you like the film, then we can go from there, you know? And I'd be happy to discuss booking it with you. And so he did show up to our Freedom Fest screening. We had a huge ovation, won the grand jury prize. And after he was walking out, I remember he smiled and looked at me and just nodded and goes, I'm in. Well, guess what? He wasn't in. I actually never heard from that guy again. He walked out that door, and all of a sudden, a very familiar thing started to happen where I couldn't get him on the phone, and I couldn't get him to return an email. But one thing that was interesting is that while our screening was taking place at Freedom Fest, outside the door, maybe about 100 feet away, there were 2 LVMPD officers just parked out in the hallway, sitting there with their arms up like this, just making their presence known. So the whole time our movie was screening, before the screening and after the screening, 2 LVMPD officers just sitting there right outside our screening. Did those officers have a conversation with the theater owner after he left? I don't know. But I know that I never heard from him again, and I couldn't get him on the phone and couldn't get him to return an email. And then that brings me to the third theater that backed out, and that was Century Theaters. They were interested in booking What Happened in Vegas at their Samstown Century Theater. And we discussed the film with them. They'd seen it, they liked it a lot. And we made it all the way to, you know, talking about the box office split with them, agreed on a percentage. We had to get the movie rated. It was rated R because Century Theaters requires that you get a movie rated. I believe at one point we were even on the schedule to have the movie play at Century Samstown on September 1st. And then all of a sudden, they dropped out. They said, sorry, we're not gonna play the film. And guess what? All of a sudden, I couldn't get them on the phone and couldn't get them to return an email, and they wanted nothing to do with us. And so that's the true story, the very sad story, and the very frustrating story of why What Happened in Vegas isn't on Vegas movie theater screens. So here we have this film that's gotten distribution, that's playing in theaters in New York and LA, that's gotten nothing but good reviews, won awards, in Las Vegas, and we can't get it on Vegas movie theater screens because nobody who owns a theater has the guts to play it. If the LVMPD has tried to keep this movie off of Las Vegas movie screens. They've succeeded. They won that battle. But there's this thing called the internet in Las Vegas. The LVMPD isn't gonna like that the truth's about to be told about their wildly corrupt, wildly out of control police department, but nobody's asking them to like it, and it's happening anyway. And What Happened in Vegas is now available on VOD, on iTunes, Amazon, DVD, and Blu-ray. See the movie that police couldn't erase, but kind of tried to. I'm Ramsey Denison, director of the film. Thank you very much.